Hey there, guys, and welcome back to 100% Chelsea, to the review of the Arsenal versus Chelsea game. And we lost the game 3-0. I'm going to start with the lineup as I usually do. We started the lineup pretty much with, well, not what I expected, but let's just go through it. Courtois and goal, back four stayed the same. Ivanovic is the right back. Gary Cahill next to David Luiz in the middle. Azpilicueta started as left back. Kante is the deepest of the midfielders. Matic, and next to him Fabregas started the game instead of Oscar. Hazard was on the left, Willian on the right, and Diego Costa started from 11 minutes. Well, no, actually, I'm gonna first talk about the good things of the game, so then I can only talk about the bad things after that. Right, so I think we had two mentionable chances in the game. That was probably after we're 2-0 down, maybe after we're 1-0 down, I can't remember. Probably after the 2-0. We had a decent chance through Willian. Had a good attack. Matic played Hazard down the left. Hazard, instead of trying to shoot on it himself, played it to Diego. Diego sort of was surrounded by three people. He did well to get it off to Hazard again, who just about squeezed it out to Willian, who had a good shot, similar, if he would have scored, it would have been a similar goal to what he scored against Burnley. But he just about put it wide. Decent effort. And then end of the second half, probably around 80 minutes played. Batshuayi had a huge chance, was one-on-one with Peter Cech. An incredible through ball by David Luiz. But he just shot it straight at Cech. He didn't try to chip it. He didn't properly try to put it around him. Maybe he tried to nutmeg him. I don't know what he tried to do. Didn't score anyway. And then the only good thing that I can think about is Diego Costa. Because he was pretty much the only one that I felt like tried. Well, maybe Kante tried, but Kante was just so bad that, you can try if you're that bad. Not really going to honour you for that. But Diego, he tried. He couldn't do more than he did. He tried to win every ball. He tried to do everything on his own. Sometimes he got booked again, silly yellow card again. He got clearly fouled by Koscielny, but he just ran past the referee and clearly shouted at him, probably in Spanish. No idea what he said. I'm not sure if he can speak proper English yet. Got booked for it anyway, so that is his fourth yellow card. But yeah, actually got to the bad things already. But yeah, two chances. Diego was pretty much our only decent player that I can think of right now anyway. Talking about the bad things. So it started off with Alexis Sanchez making it 1-0 after 11 minutes. And guess who fucked it up? Well, give you a second. Yeah, Gary Cahill. Who would have thought, huh? Who would have thought? And he did exactly the same shit he did against Swansea. This time, though, he didn't get fouled. So he has absolutely no excuse whatsoever. Couldn't control the ball properly. Tried to pass it back to Courtois. Sanchez was there, took the ball off him. Sanchez was one-on-one with the keeper, just chipped it over Courtois and put it in back of the net. How the fuck can you make the same mistake twice inside of 4 games? And I think he even did a similar mistake against Liverpool, but it didn't cost us. How do you do that? You won the Champions League with us. You won the Europa League with us. You won the Premier League with us. And you won the fucking FA Cup with us. And obviously the League Cup as well. And you played in 2 major tournaments for England as a starting centre-back. And now you can't control the ball. And can't make sure that you don't fuck up every single game. I mean, how is he even a professional footballer? I do not understand how you can be that bad. Like, he makes good tackles. He made a few good tackles. But how do you make the same mistake over and over again? If you can't be trusted with the ball, either your teammates don't pass it to him, or you just clear it. I don't care. Just put it into Rosette if you have to, but don't make that mistake. Once bad enough. Yes, it was a foul. I don't care. You should have prevented it even though you were fouled. Before you were fouled, get rid of the ball. And now you've done the same thing again. I do not understand it. I simply do not understand it. 14th minute, so just 3 minutes later, think about that. Walcott made it 2-0. Was it really good goal? Typical Arsenal goal. Passed it around, we made look like amateurs, to be honest. Azpilicueta moved in a little bit too quickly, left, who was it? Someone on the wing, left him on his own anyway. Hazard couldn't get back in time. I'm not sure if Hazard should have been there earlier or not. I haven't really seen it properly. Well, I have, but I haven't really thought about it like that. In that moment, I was just raging. Squared it over to Walker, just put it in. So I can't really say it was an individual mistake, maybe, except that maybe Azpilicueta moved inside a little bit too quickly and left too much space on his side. But we just did the exact same thing for the whole game, especially the first half that we did against Liverpool. We didn't, like I said in the preview yesterday, I told you we had to press them and we had to play free-flowing attacking football. We did neither of the two. Neither. We didn't press the metal. We let them come. We didn't even try to go into sort of tackles. We didn't even try. We let them do whatever they wanted. Maybe like our defenders tried to get in there at the edge of our box. Maybe Kante did sometimes, but also he, like I remember, I think it was even before the 1-0. Cazorla had a shot. He had literally 5 seconds on the ball, and Kante was stood probably 5-6 yards away from him, and Kante did not get closer, did not close him down. And then Cazorla had a shot. It wasn't a good shot. Courtois saved it. But what are we doing? Like, are our players that stupid, or is Conte seriously telling them to back off? Like, I don't know what's going on with us at the moment. Like, I have no idea. It's just messing me over. And the whole first half, we didn't attack them, press them. We didn't try to win the ball back. Then we had a little bit of a better spell, but we didn't create jack shit except the one chance that Willian had. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Arsenal just, it felt a little bit like they, were happy with the 2-0 at the time. But we didn't do anything. 40th minute, Mesut Ozil made it 2-0. We had everyone pushed forward. Everyone. Kante and Matic were at the edge of the box. Fabregas was, I think, in the box. Our two fullbacks were pushed up really high. And then someone, I think Kante, loses the ball. And then there's literally 50 yards between Kante, the deepest of like our other players, 50 yards between him and Cahill and Luiz, who was pretty much stood next to each other. And fair enough to them, they tried. But then Ozil was running through with Sanchez, played a nice ball to the side. Sanchez crossed it over David Luiz and Gary Cahill, and Ozil, he got a bit lucky completely. Like, he didn't hit the ball properly at all. He hit it into the ground and it bounced over Courtois and goal. No blame to Courtois for that one either. But there's just no communication. Like, we're playing a 4-1-4-1, right? And our deepest midfielder in Kante is at the edge of their box. And you want to know why? Because Matic is so bad at going forward. And because Kante is so much better, he does it as well. But it's just, there's no discipline. There's no communication. There's literally, the players have no idea what they're doing. Absolutely no idea. Like, we used to just play to Hazard, who was surrounded by 3 or 4 people. He was like, well, what am I going to do? Well, of course he can be more direct, and he should have been quite a few times in the game. But you can't just let Hazard do everything. Like, yes, he's our best player, but you can't make him do everything. And not if he's surrounded by Bellerin, Walker, who tracked back a lot and was really good, Mustafi, and Coquelin, before he was injured, helped out, and then Xhaka helped out as well. So, like, what is he going to do? Like, seriously, I don't understand. We only used the left side. Willian, except his chance, didn't do anything for the whole game. And not even only his fault. He just didn't get the ball. We just played everything on our left side. Everything. And it was just lots of shite. And then, so that is the first half. Seriously. I'm being serious right now. I cannot remember us being humiliated and embarrassed in this way. Ever. Well, obviously we have been before, but not when I started watching Chelsea regularly. Like, when was the last time we were 3-0 down at half time? We lost to City 3-0 last year twice. We weren't 3-0 down at half time, were we? I don't think so anyway. And like, whatever Conte's tactics are, I have no idea what they are. But what is your tactic? Back off until, they somehow lose the ball and you try to counter-attack them, but then again, we don't really try to counter-attack because apparently Antonio Conte doesn't want to counter-attack. So then we start our game really slowly, lose the ball around the halfway line, do the same thing again. Like, at least, Jose, park the fucking bus. Like, at least there was something, some kind of tactic. You knew what we were doing. With Conte, I have no idea what we're doing. I know what lineup we're playing, but that's about it. All like our defensive tactics going forward. There's some sort of plan behind it. It's not working, but there's some sort of plan behind it. But defensively, we no idea what we are doing. Don't think our players have any idea what we're doing. It's an absolute joke. I can't remember us being humiliated in barrels like that in 45 minutes. I just can't. And it's just like, I was really angry after the first half. Thing is, well, maybe it was just not shown on TV, but Antonio Conte wasn't the guy that we saw at the Euros. He wasn't the guy that we saw against West Ham. He wasn't the guy jumping up and down, shouting everything, shouting at his players to tell them what to do. He wasn't doing any of that. Not that I saw anyway, and usually they show it on TV because they love it. So like, who are you, Conte? What are you doing? I know. I do want Conte to stay. I don't want to get rid of him right now. But if we played like that under Mourinho last year, the whole world would be ripping into him, especially Chelsea fans. Why are you playing Cahill? Why are you playing Ivanovic? Why aren't we doing better? Why aren't we attacking? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? Is there a problem in the dressing room? Is there this? Is there that? Well, and then, yes, we have injuries. Coutum is injured. John Terry's injured. Well, I'd rather play Aina on the right, or an Ivanovic centre-back instead of Cahill, or Alonso on the left, and Azpilicueta on the right, and Ivanovic centre-back. Because, you can't be any worse than Gary Cahill. You can't. You simply cannot be any worse. It makes me so angry. And then to make it even better, after 55 minutes, remember, 3-0 down, away at Arsenal, one of our biggest rivals, we bring Marcos Alonso on for Cesc Fabregas. He at least tried. He ran after the ball. He's not quick enough, but he ran after the ball. He tried to press them a little bit. He was smart enough to understand where the ball was going when we were around their box and we lost it, and then he tried to get it back as quickly as possible. At least he tried. You take him off, and Matic plays the whole 90 minutes again. He did against Leicester. He did against Liverpool. He does every game, and I can't stand the guy anymore. He's not good at anything. He's not good going forward. He's not good at defending. He's not good at anything. He doesn't win headers. He can't control the ball. He can't pass the ball. He fucking can't shoot. Yeah, he scored a worldie against Everton last year. Last year. And he assisted Diego's goal against Liverpool. But yeah, he scored one blinder, and he assisted one decent goal. And is that reasoning enough to play him? Right, and with that substitution, we made a sort of a 3-4-3 formation, Alonso was sort of a left wing back, Azpilicueta was a right wing back, and Gary Cahill, David Luiz and Ivanovic were the three centre backs. So obviously, Kante and Matic were the two central mids, and Diego, Hazard and Willian at the time were the front three. We know Arsenal just let us have the ball. In the end, it was 50% ball possession. So they just let us do. Arsenal just not switched off, but they knew we weren't going to win, and they knew they were going to win, and they were playing Champions League midweek. So they just rested themselves. Gave them a bit of a break in a nice London derby against Chelsea. Why not? We don't need to play to 100% because they're not good enough anyway. So we had the ball, but we didn't do anything. I talked about the two chances we had. We didn't do jack shit. 71st minute, Pedro, not Moses, no. Pedro comes on for Willian. And Mishi comes on for Hazard. So yeah, Willian didn't do anything because he didn't see the ball. Hazard didn't do much, but as I said, yes, he wasn't good, don't get me wrong, I'm not defending Hazard, but what is he supposed to do on his own? What is he supposed to do if everyone the only players that are next to him are Matic? He's not going to have an incredible, free-flowing football with Matic, is he? He did a little bit, a few back heels with Fabregas, but those two aren't going to do everything on their own either as well. So obviously with the two substitutions, we sort of changed it to a 3-5-2. So the three centre-backs, Alonso on the left, Azpilicueta on the right, and then Pedro was sort of everywhere, a bit moved to the left, and then Diego and Mishi were up front. But except this goal, Mishi didn't see the ball. I literally only saw him touch the ball 5 times, and he was on for 20 minutes. What is that? What are we playing at? Um, like just to make show to show how bad we were. If you haven't seen the game, we had one corner, and Arsenal had 9. But we had 50% ball possession. We had that bit more passes, like a little bit more passes, like 10 passes more than Arsenal. We had more passes than Arsenal and lost the game 3-0. Are you being serious? Like, this is the first time we lost to Arsenal in a league game in 4 years, since December 2010. 2010! I don't get it. Like, I thought, right, maybe Conte learned from our defeat against Liverpool, that we can't just sit back and mess everything tactically up. Fair enough, he made substitutions earlier. Maybe he learned a little bit. But he did the same thing that he did against Liverpool. Didn't work then, didn't work today. I do not understand it. Of course, it's more difficult for us without John Terry and playing Gary Cahill and David Luiz. But the England and Brazilian internationals, like, it's not like we're playing, I don't know, Chilo Poggi and Michael Actor. They couldn't have done much worse, if I'm honest. Like, no player was good. Courtois had one save, didn't save. Not that I'm saying he should have saved the 3 goals, but what kind of like one of the best keepers in the world isn't that? If you're one of the best keepers in the world, doesn't that mean sometimes you save the unsavable ones? Don't think I've ever seen Courtois save an unsavable one for Chelsea. Aspilicueta, he wasn't. His crosses from the right in the second half were decent, but other than that, he wasn't doing anything. David Luiz was probably our best defender again. He messed up once, but nothing came from it again. Unlike with Gary Cahill when he makes mistakes, and he played that incredible through ball to Batshuayi. Cahill, talked about him already. Ivanovic tried to always play a long ball to Diego. Used to just hit them at the Arsenal players, and we almost conceded twice from that. Kante running all over the place. Yes, he tried to win tackles, but he didn't. He just didn't win the tackles. He was all over the place. It's not the Kante that played for Leicester last year, that's for sure. He's better than Matic, but he's not good. And if you're going to tell me now Kante was good and it's not his fault or everyone else is playing so badly, no. He's also not good enough at the moment. Talked about Matic already. Fabregas, yeah, he tried. He didn't do anything special, but he tried. Undeservedly got subbed off in the 55th minute, I think. Hazard, talked about him. Talked about the others, but Mishi had that one chance, should have scored. That would have made a big difference in the 85th minute or something to make it 3-1. But at least he would have done a little bit, I guess. Pedro, yeah, he tried to shoot once from outside the box. I think he put it in the second tier. I mean, how about you go back to Barcelona and be shit there again? Because I don't accept this. Why is Moses not playing? Why is Moses not being given a chance? He wasn't being given a chance under Mourinho. He's not being given a chance now. Yeah, all right. He played against Leicester and he was good. He played against Bristol Rovers and he was good. When he played in the pre-season, he was good. He came on against Burnley. He scored. Come on, people. What is going on? I'm seriously I'm doubting so many things at the moment. Why haven't we signed? Yes, why have we not signed more players? Why? I was complaining about that before already, but why have we not only signed one centre back? Yes, John Terry is injured, but he's 35. How can we still rely on John Terry? It makes no sense. At least Kurt Zouma should be back after the international break, but who knows how good he's going to be? Tearing your ACL, it destroyed careers. It destroyed Torres' career. Well, he didn't tear his ACL, I think, but a knee injury. Falcao, same thing. Knee injuries destroy people's players' careers. Who knows how good Zouma is going to be? We had 2 shots on goal all game. 2. Listen to me. 2 shots on goal in 90 minutes. And we had 50% ball possession. So, we had half, pretty much for 45 minutes of the game, we had the ball. We only managed to shoot on goal twice. Are we having a laugh? Who are we? Are we flipping Sunderland? Are we even a Premier League team? How we played today? They won a Premier League team. I'm rambling on, but I'm just so angry, and I keep thinking that I'm probably forgetting something. And I know my English is terrible today, but it's just pissing me off so much. You have absolutely no idea. I'm just so angry, and I don't want to. I have something in my mind that I really want to say, but like, right, I'm just gonna say it. Like, what is this whole Antonio Conte thing? I said before, what are our tactics? What are we doing? We're not playing what he wants to play, which is clearly a 3-4-3 or 3-5-2, because we don't have the players for that. Then he tried it. Today he wasn't shouting around. He looked like a broken man. He was like going this on this touchline all the time, and being like looking like he was almost gonna cry. No, I'm sat at home. I don't live in England. I'm sat at home, almost crying, seeing that. You're the manager. You can actually do something about it. Don't show the players that were broken. Don't show the players that we lost. How about you sort of show them that yes, we can still do something. 2-0 down, 14 minutes. Yeah, we can do something. Don't sit there and almost cry. And what I said yesterday in the preview, let's be awake from the beginning. What happened? 14 minutes, 2-0 down. Like, I said exactly that yesterday. Exactly. And how can I know? But apparently Antonio Conte can't. Or 11 professional football players on their pitch don't. How can I know when they don't? Like, I don't understand any of it. Like, I have no idea. Seriously, I have no idea what to say anymore. Other than just ramble on and just say stupid things that probably make no sense at all. But I don't understand. Like, what is this with Antonio Conte? I said it before, but if Mourinho did that, like, we'd be ripping into. And for that, that's why we sacked Jose and fucked him off to United. For that. For losing 3-0 to Arsenal. Even last year we beat fucking Arsenal. Even last year we beat them. We finished 10th and we still did the double over Arsenal. And now we're getting embarrassed, we're getting raped, we're getting humiliated in 45 minutes. It's an absolute joke. And I've literally had enough. Like, there has to be something changed. John Terry, no idea when he's back. Apparently he had a step back in recovery. Don't know when he's going to be back. Don't even know, is the international break next week already? No, there's not. No, it's not. We're playing Hull next week. I think we are. So we need changes. Hopefully John Terry's fit. Play Alonso. Don't play Ivanovic. Don't play Gary Cahill. Don't play any of them. And seriously, something that I've thought about, why David Luiz maybe should play midfield. But it's not because he's not a good enough defender. It's because he's better than all of our midfielders. It's because that ball he played to Batshuayi, if he played in midfield, he could play more of those. But being a defender, the chance doesn't really open up a lot, does it? It's just mind-boggling to me. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me. Like, how we signed David Luiz, everyone says he's not good enough of a defender, and then every game he's played for us so far, he's been our best defender, and he would probably be better than all of our midfielders. Maybe not defensively better than Kante, but going forward better than Kante and Matic. Like, that's for sure. Anyway, what is that? All I can say is upwards and onwards, up to Chelsea, but I'm so depressed. I'm so depressed. Anyway, that's all I've got to say. I'm sorry it was a really, really long rant. My apologies for that. I hope you watched it until the end. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments. Arsenal fans, please don't rub it in too much. We know. But still, we're the only team in London to win the European Cup. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. Do you agree with me? What is going on? What are we doing at the moment? Leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Was gonna say leave a like if you're as sad as I am, but let's not do that. Anyway, subscribe if you haven't already. We still do appreciate that, even on a day like this. Yeah, that's it from me. Upwards and onwards, up the shelves. And I'll see you next time.